Data profiling is usually and frequently performed on Pandas data frame. Just like here, you see, I load directly a CSV file from GitHub. Okay, I load it totally in memory. I display the header here. But look, then Pandas, yeah, a data frame in Pandas may have several functions that do basic data profiling. Look here with the describe. Yeah, I have this. I have the explanation on top. You can generate descriptive statistics, including those that summarize central tendency, dispersion, and shape of a dataset's distribution, excluding not a number values, and so on. So, you know what? What I suggest, let's just execute all this, and we'll have a look together at the result as well, while looking at what each method does. Okay, so on top you see our Titanic data set that that will refer to multiple in multiple occasions, and here you have it. Yeah, descriptive statistics. You see data profiling. Yeah, we get different values here for each input variable for each feature, basically. Yeah, because usually Titanic is used in classification, and you want to see how these features will determine an end result. Basically, you had passengers that survived or not. You see here this survived column. Yeah, very frequently the survived column is used for this classification. Yeah, so you get the percentage of why the passenger survived or not. Okay, so let's see. Because we're in the data analysis step here, we're looking at columns from a different perspective. Yeah, there are numeric variables or categorical variables. Yeah, right here you have just numerical variables. Let's see. Okay. Yep. The name has been excluded. You see the ticket and so on. So far, this descriptive statistics was only for the numerical values, and yeah, you get the count, mean. This is a statistical average, standard deviation. Yeah, mean, minimum, 25% percentile. Yeah, the quantile, and yeah, max, and so on. So very useful information with just one method call. And you get another one here, show data types for each column. So we didn't have the data types here, and we got only the numerical variables. But right here, yeah, you get all the different columns. As you can see, the name, yeah, it's an object. Yeah, it's been identified as an object here. So it's not straight away a text, yeah, for pandas, but it's still useful information. Show count of non-null entries. Yeah, this is also important. You see here the values that are not null. Okay, how many values like this you have? So once again, that's another useful statistical information. Okay, that's one way to do it. But look, I'll show you now something that I frequently use. Is very practical. You have a data set that you don't know much about, and you want as much as information as you can get at once. Right here, I will upload the same Titanic, and what I will do. Let me open our main requirements text file, and look here. I have all these libraries installed for a free Python library called Pandas Profiling. Okay, I played with this because they are still changing this a lot, and sometimes you have to get it right. Yes, it's a free open source. Okay, if you deal with an open source product, expect that people are still changing it, not in the best way possible always, and you have to get it right at some point. So, yeah, you may encounter things like this. Sorry about this. You have to Google and figure out how it works for you at that moment. But for now, all you have to do, you see, just refer to this library here and import from it the profile report with your, and you pass your pandas data frame, yeah, just like before, to the profile report. Okay, And this will generate a report. Yeah? I just say this here. Yeah, I want it also in an iframe, but what I'll do and what we'll look at, we'll save it in a file, and we'll have a look at this HTML file. Let's run it. Yeah, you can see that this is generating online. Yeah, this is a large report, and yeah, expect you spend a few seconds, maybe a few minutes. Yeah, not so long. However, as you can see, yeah, it generates summaries for data sets, report structure, and so on. Okay, and here we have it. Yeah, this took actually less than 2 minutes. Yeah, 1 minute 22 seconds, but this created a lot of stuff, and you can have a look at it online. Yeah, because that's why I passed the two notebook iframe. I call to notebook iframe to get the output also here inline. So we can have a look at it like this, or as I said, yeah, this will generate also an HTML file, yeah, in my spool directory. But for now, let's have a look on inline here at what's generated. So we're in the overview tab here. In the overview tab, let's scroll down. Okay, you get, as you see, different statistics, variables, and so on. Yeah. What else? Let's switch to variables here. Yeah. So yeah, this goes down with what? Yeah, for each different column, you get all the statistics you want, and yeah, you can select from here a particular column, and you get the distribution. You get nice looking charts. Let's see interactions. Yeah, that's interesting because basically that's about correlations here. And if you have one-to-one integrations, this is all of, what's about. But is displayed it depends now. If you have numerical features in both, you'll get a scatter plot. Yeah? If you have something else, let's see. Yeah, you may get bar charts. Yeah, if one of the variables is categorical. Yeah, you'll have to try to look at different variables here. Look, you'll get correlations here, and yeah, immediately you'll get heat maps. Or, yeah, as you can see, you get everything as a table. Yeah, if you don't want data visualizations, and you have the correlation coefficient here, the Pearson correlation coefficient. And let's see what else. Okay, you have missing values. Yeah, important. How many missing values you have? Null values or missing values, and yeah, finally, yeah, you may get some sample data. You know, it's important to have a look at different values in each of these columns. So here you have it, guys. I think that's very important. It's free. Yeah, that's a free library, and the information that you may get right away on a data set you just touched is super important.